A little ride with the doggy. Here in Juno Beach, Florida. Dusty, you wait. You wait, honey. Got a little story to tell. Dusty, stay. Don't be getting in the street, baby. All right, so back into Palm Beach County. Had a nice little trip up to Fort Pierce, Vero Beach. Check out for some videos. They should be coming around anytime now. They're set to be viewed by the public. Just getting set up here. Oy. Yeah. Technical difficulties. Hey, Kevin. All right. So, you're gonna enjoy this story I've got to tell. I'm gonna get my little skateboard. Hopefully the wind won't be too bad. It's just a little breeze here. Dusty laying down in the street. Not such a good idea. We got traffic coming. She's stubborn though. Huh. Helps if sure is dark there. Yeah, right. Let's see if I can put my jacket on right. It's just cool enough that I think I want to have an extra layer. Yeah, it's like it's clammy though, so I kind of already sweating. Don't necessarily want it. Dusty, out of the street right now. Look at this. Come on, baby. Get over here. Yeah, there you go. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Got some star planet thingy. Take a last sip of my drink. I know now not to try to have a drink in my hand, a dog, a camera. Learned that lesson the hard way. I do have the little earbud microphone thing. So hoping that I'm improving as each video gets made. If not, well, sorry. There she is, investigating. Yep. Definitely want to thank my good buddy Kevin for joining. We got another mystery here. Hopefully someone cool. And if you're not cool, we're going to help you get cool. Today's discussion, I think, would be subtitled something like, who has more authority, the witness or the officer? Kevin, do you want to take a Mystery Dusty Theater? Whoa! Watch your ankles, honey. She still doesn't get it about, oh, we lost somebody. Oh, maybe it was somebody who's not cool. Or whatever. I'm not going to make judgment. They're like, oh my God, I'm just going to be listening to this guy rambling in the dark. I want to see rocks. Kevin, you got to keep in mind this channel, it's kind of an offshoot of Lapidary Dave's channel, even though clearly going in a very different direction. But I think, the audience that's coming from his channel, they're expecting a discussion about cutting stones and all kinds of stuff like that. I'll recommend if you didn't check it out yet. Hopefully it's up. Excuse me. But yesterday I went into a very cool African import shop in Fort Pierce, and so for about 40 minutes, just checking out the treasure trove of new and old African stuff. But I was looking for the oldest stuff that he had, and you know, the guy was kind of doing his own thing, listening to, it sounded, maybe it was soccer or something, but the crowd was going freaking nuts, and I didn't want to bother him too much, but I told him my story about at the African village at the Tucson Gem Show. I go every year that I'm there, I always stop by African Village and I pick up at least one indigo trade cloth, you know, because they do make it, and yeah, so this last time I asked the dude, I said, well, how old is this? You know, the African trade cloth, it's like the size of a wrap, a shawl, and he looked at me and he said, oh, I can't even describe it. The way that he looked at me, he leaned in, he said, old. Like, what does old mean? People think that I'm old, but I think when you're dealing with African stuff, some of those trade beads and things like that, things can get incredibly old. And anyhow, so I told that guy this story. Haven't clicked on it yet. Wind noise alert, louder than my talking. Damn it. Let me try pushing these little buttons. Testing. Yeah, this is tricky. I don't know. I think I need one of them little fuzzy wind baffle type things. I just need a whole other setup, I guess, if I'm really gonna try to do this. Some better. All right, I'm gonna hit it again. Okay, testing, and click. That's one click. Click, testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna click it again now. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now I'm gonna click twice. Testing, 1, 2, 3. So I don't know, Kevin, just say A, B, or C for, hello.
How you doing?
Good, thank you. Some better. I mean, they just give you a stupid little button. It doesn't, like, maybe there was instructions I never read. Hard to say because the wind gusts. Probably doesn't help when I'm riding on the skateboard. I'm gonna hold the mic right next to my face. Okay, so the subject today is who has the higher authority, the witness or the officer? Do you get that? I'll say it once more. Who has the higher authority, the witness or the officer? Witnesses do have a lot of weight in court, you think. And I agree with you. I am going to say that the witness is basically the highest authority that you're going to have. Because with their sworn testimony, their oath is to we the people. Officers have an oath to fraternal organizations, different kind of municipal divisions, and all that kind of thing. But the witness, their oath is basically between themselves and the creator, and then whichever government, A, B, C, or D, that happens to be operating. Those things come and go. But your sworn statement, your affidavit, that's something that's binding between you and call it the universe, Great Spirit, God, Goddess, the Great Mystery, whatever it is. And different witnesses can have different interpretations of events, and even the same witness might have a different explanation of things as time goes on. But from that person's... Damn it! Are you going to learn this lesson or not? Don't put your feet down there. She doesn't seem bothered by it, but man, that scares the life out of me. She just stops. She catches a whiff of something, she just stops and has to smell it. Doesn't care if there's nothing there. I get it if there's a chicken bone or a rib bone or something, but if it's just some other dog's piss, who needs to smell piss, ghost piss, from a dog that ain't even around? Anyway, so that totally got me off track. But to me, I'm saying the witness is the highest authority. And if anybody wants to come around and prove me wrong, I'd like to see that substantiated. And now I'm going to bring up why I'm bringing this up. So today I'm at this cute little park on the Intercoastal Waterway, Fort Pierce. I think it's called Museum Point, right? So picture me laying on a picnic blanket or a quilt or whatever, kind of resting under a tree. And there's some pavilions, I guess you call them, little, picnic table areas with different families having their Mother's Day happy party. And all of a sudden, don't crash while you're watching. You don't like horror movies. Horror movies, that sounds like a whole other, that's like a spoof thing. Hi, Lizette. Oh, hi, Lizette. Excellent. So 2 people who I've actually met in the real world. That's kind of cool. Right on. So Lizette, welcome. I guess I'll put the question to you as well, Lizette. Who has the highest authority, the witness or the officer? And hopefully you get to respond. Does Lizette said wisdom? Oh, okay, cool. Depends on the credibility of the witness. Excellent. True. Now, is credibility determined by station and position in society? Because I think that in a lot of cases, that's what people are going to use for credibility. But I might question that because there's so much despotism going on. And some people really, they have access to Ivy League education and can get into high positions of so-called authority. Dusty, don't go behind me and twist me up. Okay, so anyhow, we're going to jump to why I'm bringing this up. Today I'm at a park, I'm laying on the blanket, and kind of dozing off, basically, in the sunlight. In the, the sun coming through the trees, just a really beautiful day. Nice, salty air from the Intercoastal Waterway. I had gone for a swim. Okay, so I'm really in a peaceful, mellow mood, right? And all of a sudden, crash, or not really crash, but just a big scraping ugh, just horrible noise. And my dog, she barked like 3 times right away. She was, you know, kind of in the same state that I was, just zoned out. And she just I sat up, like, you know, like out of a cartoon when somebody just is like, boing. And somebody had backed into a parked truck. Okay, so at first I thought maybe the truck backed out into somebody as they were driving by, but there was nobody in the truck. And then the car, a nice looking car, a light blue, something I thought maybe was American, but really these days I can't tell. So he goes around the parking lot, and as he comes back to my site, I'm standing up by this point now, and he starts going toward the exit. And I said, hey, where are you going? Louder than that, you know. I can get a little loud sometimes. And he said, oh, I'm just going to pull over right here. And then he hit the right of way or whatever and just peeled out and got the fuck out of there, right? But I saw that he damaged that driver's side rear quarter panel. There's a big ass scar along the back of that thing because I basically dragged his car along a trailer hitch from a parked truck. Right, but I didn't know what was really going on. I heard a sound. I didn't know if it was the truck. Was it the white car next to it? The white car next to that? I don't know. I was kind of in a daze. And as he left, I said, "You're a fucking criminal." Excuse my language, Lizette. I said that really loud so that all the families that were, you know, having their little party or whatever, that they all heard and that everybody kind of looked. Everybody had, I think, looked already because it was a loud ass noise. All right, so this is about 1 p.m. I call 911 because as far as I'm concerned, it's my civic duty to report a hit and run crime as I witness it. Because I know that I didn't have all the information. I don't know if there's a fucking little baby there, or, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you just don't do that. And turns out that the dude damaged his own car way more than the truck that he hit. Okay, so they were there. Oh, and so it's kind of funny. So when I said what I said as the dude left, like, almost felt like everybody in there around their little picnic tables, like, you remember those E.F. Hutton moments? You remember those stupid commercials? When E.F. Hutton talks, everybody listen. It was kind of like that. Like, everything that everybody was doing stopped. And they don't, you know, I think people are so primed these days waiting for the next freaking tragedy to happen that they just, you know, and I had the feeling that nobody else was going to call because, you know, this one's smoking a joint here, somebody else has an open container there, a bunch of these families over in this area, you know, who knows who's got the documents and everything else or whatever to make their lives. I just could tell, like, I was in the position where I was close to it and I saw what was going on. I didn't get the license of the guy, but I looked at his head, the side of his face, and he looked toward me, you know, and I saw that he had white hair, aviator glasses, and I'm thinking a brown t-shirt. And so this is going for the public record here. This is my version of the public record as it stands, and this is my affidavit to what I experienced in here. And I called 911. I said it's not an emergency, but I'm here to report a hit and run. And I basically told the lady, that not a receptionist, what do you call it? Dispatcher, maybe? Whoever it is, the operator. And she wanted my name. And I said I was not prepared to give that at this point. I mean, they have my phone. And right, can't they just pinpoint? I said, I'm going to stay right here. I want you to send an officer. I want to make a statement. Okay. And I could tell as soon as I had said that I wasn't going to give my name, I could kind of feel like her tune out. And I had this instinctual feeling this is going to go nowhere. Right? Okay, so the story's not over yet. An hour goes by. And I understand, I respect that these guys have stuff going on maybe, right? But they don't know that the truck, they don't know the level of damage or whatever, right? And I'm asking them to send somebody to investigate this or whatever, take a report, whatever it is that these guys are supposed to be doing. So an hour later, what do I see? I see a patrol vehicle come up. I gave a good description of where it was. There was even a sign of this place, the Museum Point Park, blah, blah, blah. Right? I read the sign to her. I told her it's between the blue building and the white building. Okay, so see a patrol car come up. Does not enter the parking lot. Drives past the entrance, whips around to the other side of the causeway, and takes off. Now I'm waving my arm and pointing. I'm waving one arm, my left arm, and with my right arm. And it's funny, I'm pointing right now. I'm pointing with my right arm. I'm waving. Well, first I was waving both arms, right? Like, hey, dude, over here. I didn't yell or anything like that. But, and I'm waving and pointing. The dude does not come back, or dude or lady, whoever the fuck it is, in the blacked out windows patrol car, which is actually an SUV, right? One of those Ford Escapes, maybe? Explorer, Escape, I don't know what the hell it is. A lot nicer than what they used to drive, that's for sure. It wasn't no Crown Vic and it wasn't those Aries K cars. You remember when police were driving in that kind of shit? No, they give these guys and girls, they give them like pretty intimidating looking vehicles to be tooling around. Okay, so let's fast forward a while after that. I stuck around, you know, and nobody came back. And then when it was time for me to leave, I get onto the road. I make it across the causeway bridge, and first stoplight, second stoplight maybe, I park at, or you know, not park, but stopped at the light, and then I see two patrol cars. Like I see one, and then you know, maybe 30 seconds or a minute later, I see another one going in the same direction, and I'm like, huh, funny. So I could wait an hour. They got nothing to do, but they're driving right around back and forth over on this street. Okay, right, so then that's okay. It could be a coincidence. That's fine with me. That they're right there in the neighborhood, but just can't make it, you know, 1,000 yards to come talk to me. And then I do my left turn, right turn. I'm starting to head out of town. And then what's behind me? What's going on here? I'm looking in my rearview mirror. It looks like a patrol car, right? And are you tailing me? Are you mad dogging me? Because I'm driving down the road now. Now I'm gonna make a assumption here that there's no way that they know who I was because I didn't give my name. They didn't check my license or anything like that. So it's just coincidence at this point. Dusty, what are you doing? She's checking out this RV. Yeah, I used to have an RV like this, doggy. You would have been staying in there. Is this your ride?
Yes, sir.
Do you love it or what?
Oh, yeah, we love it.
V6?
V6, yeah.
Yeah, I had the 4-cylinder and
okay.
It blew up twice.
Yeah,
but
that's a V6.
Yeah, good choice. Do you have a name for it?
Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob?
Yeah.
Mine was Harvey the RV.
Yeah, my great uncle passed it down when he passed away.
That's fantastic. keep it in good shape. It'll pay you back, man.
Oh yeah. We're gonna be over on the east side of the United States, buddy.
Excellent. Right on. You have a nice evening.
Hey, yes sir, you too.
Come on, baby. Is there? Oh, there's a dog in there. That's what she wants to.
Yeah.
All right, baby. Let's keep riding. Okay, so back to the story. All right, so now I'm getting tailed. Sorry, I'm not reading the comments. Let's see. Whoa. Wondered why you can cuss. It's just us. Nice. Would have called only if I had the license plate or a good description of the car. Yeah, my description is okay. I was looking at a blue car that was similar, and I'm like, well, it's lighter than that car. And I figured if they get an officer here, we can narrow it down. It had a black grille. Now I was still kind of groggy when I stood up and saw the car drive around, and then by the time that it drove to where I saw the dude, it was farther away, so I definitely was not reading the license plate there, and I wasn't chasing after him. But the fact that he said I'm pulling over and then sped the fuck out of there, that's like, is that malicious intent? It's certainly negligence. Something like this. I mean, I'm not sure what the exact legal qualification would be, but it's somebody's trying to sneak, right? And so when the woman asked me if I want to give my name, I'm like, fuck no. For all I know, this is not an undercover, but an off-duty cop or a city council person, or it could be the fucking mayor. I'm not offering that. I am the witness, but I'm not putting my stuff down just for any fuckhead who happens to be friends or cousins or whatever with somebody in the system, that I'm just gonna fucking give myself out like that. Does that make sense? So anyhow, yeah, I'm riding out of there and I'm getting tailed by probably some unrelated, but maybe not, right? And so this is what I'm wondering. And then on the whole drive home, then I'm starting to have like state boys, and there's even a fucking helicopter. What a coincidence. And I'm like, why is all this shit? I never really noticed this kind of shit, but now I'm seeing it. I felt like I'm in a fucking movie. And this is cute, little schoolie. Nice. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Whoops. Pardon us. Dusty, come on now. She's a love hog. Oh, now it becomes the Dusty show. Look at this. So you guys can't see, it's too dark, but we got a crowd full of, I'll say youngsters. Is that fair to say? Are you youngsters, guys and gals? Because I'm an old man now. I'm 52. Aw, right. It's all right. I'll be living another. Yeah, I'm 52. I just got my first skateboard. Yeah. I've ridden some, but I never owned one. Well, you all have a beautiful night. Maybe I'll see you when I'm coming back. Thank you. Come on, sweetie. Anyhow. So, yeah, it just was some just odd feeling like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm doing my civic duty, and then like the dominoes keep falling into place where like I'm supposed to be feeling intimidated. Okay, so anyhow, before I get on the highway and I'm seeing state cops or whatever, which should not know about this at all, right? They shouldn't be sharing this kind of jurisdictional thing. So to me, it's just the universe talking to me, these coincidences. But yeah, when it was still one of the local cops, the one that was driving behind me, tailing me for a while, and then pulls up along on my left, and I don't take my eyes off the road. I don't actually look at who's in the driver's seat over there, but I signal You know, like I point to myself, and then you know the little phone thing, like almost like that hang 10 thing with your thumb and your pinky. Like I called you. I'm doing that over and over again. I called you, and then the little like, you know, when you put your hand in front of your neck, like cut, nothing happened, right? I called you and nothing happened, and now you guys are gonna fucking follow me? I said, this is bullshit. Nothing happened from it. He pulled in front of me, and then he didn't speed away. Like he or she gave me enough time that if I wanted to copy down the details of that car or whatever, I could have. Like, there's some plausibility or whatever. Like, but that officer, whoever it was, tailed me for a while, pulled up alongside me, got in front of me, and then kind of almost sheepishly, like it kind of felt like a dog with the tail between the legs, pulled away and didn't book out of there, but just got away. And so, you know, one part of me says, yeah, well, you know, he's just going to get some fucking coffee and donuts, whatever. Or there's something. Let me also rewind. The one that did come by the park flashed red lights, no blue, but red, flashed red 1, 2, maybe 3 times, at least twice, and then turned and then got out of there. So whatever, I don't know what that, I'm not up on my municipal coding of emergencies, whatever. I know that yellow means caution and non-emergency. And that's why when I have interactions on the road with any of these guys, I ask them to downgrade from red and blue to yellow. And I recommend that anybody else do that too. Because if it's not an emergency, I don't want to see the red and blue lights. It's stressful. And it's made to be stressful. It's made to be intimidating. That hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. That's psychological warfare. Yellow lights, that's civic. That's like we the people. It's a caution. Have awareness. And blue and white lights, I don't know what that means. That's something else. It's like they got a system. And I don't feel like I need to study that to know how to preserve my rights. All right, I'm going to check the chat. If you're going to play their game, you can't try to do it your way. Well, I'm not trying to play their game. I think that, you know, like I said before, no matter what government comes in or out, it's still going to be the people, and the government's going to have to serve the people. Now, we're in a state where, and when I say state, I mean like a total, a state, not a, I think you know what I'm saying, not like Kentucky, but we're in a frame, let's say, where even the most corrupt government still has to fucking get the garbage picked up, right? Otherwise, their whole purpose is void, and they will be overthrown. Might not be today or tomorrow, but nothing, they can't last if they don't serve the people in some capacity. Let's see. You said no, but I don't know what that's to. There's a lag. You're gonna go for dinner. All right, peace. Thanks for dropping in. Is Lizette still here? Lizette's out too. All right, so now I'm talking to the future. Okay, future people. So please put your thoughts in the comments. Who is the highest authority? And Lizette had a great point about credibility. And I really respect her opinion. I have my own thought that credibility is usually based on some kind of rankism, I guess we could call it, which may not necessarily be about honor. And that's what I'm talking about, is honor. Who has honor? Because letters in front of your name and titles and offices and all that stuff is transitory. That stuff, somebody else is going to have that office too. So what the individual does is really more of a compact between themselves and the divine. And then whichever government happens to be there is, they see themselves as intercessors between us and the divine. And that means that we can only delegate a power that we ourselves have. Does this make sense? You can't give any government power that you do not possess yourself. So, I don't know, how else can I express this, right? They don't just magically have power because they're the government. I remember I don't think this happens anymore, but in the 90s you could hear something like, well, I'm the law, that's why. You won't hear that anymore because that shit got thrown the fuck out, right? And if you do hear that, you definitely want to get the details of whoever spoke that. You say, is that true? Well, I need you to make a sworn statement of that and sign it. And if you can have that notarized for me, please, that will be helpful too. All right, future people? Am I starting to get to you? And I want to address the honorable agents, officers, contractors, subcontractors, the whole group of you. You better check who and what you have sworn your oath to. Because if it's not to we the people, and if it's to some fraternal organization or another, I think you catch where I'm going with this. I'm not making any declarative statements about this. Everything is philosophical here, right? But I want you to ask yourselves, who you working for real? And would you still do it if you weren't getting paid? Right? We're gonna figure this shit out. And we're gonna make this place fucking awesome. I don't care about Orange Man and Make America Great Again and all that shit. That's some rhetorical bullshit. The only way we're gonna make this place better is if we do it together. And we ain't gonna do it together by getting into camps and saying, oh, well, I'm on this team and you're on that team, so, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. No. If you want to be honorable, and you... Dusty, don't be interested in that shit. It's fucking children. I mean, it's not fucking children. It's adult children who are fucking annoying. How's that sound? You want to go for a ride in that truck? Quit wrapping me up. This ain't no joke, dog. Keep moving. Leave them the fuck alone. Go. You want to go back and ride with them? Do you like loud trucks now? Alright, I'm off my track. That's alright. This is stream of consciousness kind of thing. So we're talking about honor. We're talking about true discipline. We're not talking about being an order follower. We're talking about what's between your heart and your mind and the divine. And you can be working for any corporation or municipality. It doesn't disqualify you from having a place. And as a matter of fact, it's essential that you guys and girls, it's essential that you harmonize yourself with we the people. Anything else, you're just caught in the psych war too. And that was constructed by people who aren't even around anymore, right? So you're going to let some ghosts run your life. We're just going to fulfill the plans of some, let's say, emotionally challenged and possibly mentally deranged control freaks. Now, we're going in a different way, starting today. Whatever your today is. For me, today is Mother's Day, and I want to give special acknowledgement to all the mothers, because you didn't get here except by a mother, right? I don't think they're growing us in jars yet, although sometimes I think maybe I was hatched. But I'd like to say that I have two mothers, one who gave me life and one who nurtured my life. And you may have good relations with your mom, maybe you don't. It's a tough fucking world out here, and there's all kinds of different ways things go down. But facts and facts, we all came through a mother. So let's honor that. You know, let's honor our fathers as well. Hopefully they're cool. There's the ocean, you can't really see it. There's something that I wanted to get across. I'm hoping it comes back to me. But to reiterate, oath, your word is your bond. Oh, here we go. This is what I was going to get to before the noisy kids. Their fucking dumbass resonator bullshit. Okay. So right now we're in a state where we've got not dozens, not hundreds, but I would say thousands of de facto laws, right? De facto, if you don't know the difference between de facto and de jure, please familiarize yourself with those terms. Okay, so we're in a state, it's a de facto state of thousands of laws. Well, they're not laws. They're bylaws, ordinances, codes. Put it in the comments. Tell me what they got in your neighborhood. Right? For me, I've got one law. Can you guess what it is? Right? I got a hint for you. There's only 3 words to it. And one of those words is a compound word. So really there's only 2 words to my law. Have you gotten it yet? I'm going to give you a few minutes. Put it in the comments. I want everybody to put it in their comments. What is the highest law of the one they call the Sprite? Okay. We are 44 minutes, almost 45 minutes in. Okay. If you said do no harm, that's a very good answer. but I rephrase that. No bullshit. You got that? I don't have to say that again. Do I have to repeat myself? There is one law, no bullshit. The second law after that is C law number 1, right? Now, bullshit can be broken down into damaging another's property, malicious intent. We could actually, I'll have to prepare myself a little better. I wasn't really, it's been a while since I've thought about this stuff. But I had it all down at one point for sure. But yeah, no bullshit. Honor your contracts. Honor your word. If you see wrong, don't shy away. Unless you see some real fucking wrong and you gotta like take cover, right? Then I'm not telling you to well, you know what? Then you gotta decide what is the most important thing in your life. Is just getting to the next bowl of cereal, or you know what? I mean, and this is okay. Now we're getting to why I want to be talking to the agents and officers, because I want to express how much I respect people who are willing to put themselves in harm's way for the good. Not for what their bosses said or what the fuck cookie is at the end of a string and they can do this and that and whatever and more material bullshit, but what this place was supposed to be founded on, right? Okay, and another thought just came into my mind, right? Because sometimes I see folks, they got that don't tread on me flag, the yellow flag with the snake, the coiled snake, ready to strike your ankle. Let's try stepping on it. That's early flags, right? For this nation, if you're outside the territorial United States, which is also a whole other thing. There's a lot of United States. Brazil's a United States, right? All over South America, they got different United States. Mexico, I think they're a United States. But I'm talking about the one that uses the red, white, and blue stars and bars. So if you put your "Don't Tread on Me" flag next to that, just know that you're being a hypocrite. Because "Don't Tread on Me," hi everybody. The "Don't Tread on Me" flag has one meaning, which is pretty clear. It means watch your step. But the other thing is a trading banner, right? That was what was hung where at a trading post, like you hammered a post into the ground, you opened up your little treasure chest with your baubles and beads and silks and whatever, pelts, and you hung that flag, and that let people know that it was a place for trade. Now, it was trade with a company sort of like the Dutch East India Company, right? Which is kind of like McDonald's or Coca-Cola, right? So you think that you're saying "Don't tread on me" because you're a proud American, but you don't even know what the civil flag of this place is, right? What is the civil flag? I'll give you a few minutes to figure that out, because it's getting erased from our memory. But it exists. You'll have to find some old encyclopedias. Maybe you'll find an old photograph here or there. Look for old post offices. The civil flag had the white and red bars in a vertical position. And the stars are blue and the background of the stars is white. So it's kind of a reverse image, right? And I think it was intended as an optical device where if you stare at it and then you look away, then you see a different set of colors, same image. That's my opinion. I don't know about that, but I know that the civil flag, that was the flag of the We the People, right? And we've traded that for a company's trading banner. And so we're willing to lay down our lives for, well, it's because people think that it means something else, right? So then it takes on another meaning. And, you know, that's fine and dandy if that, well, once you know, you can't unknow. Now, if you want to pull out a dollar bill while we still have those, you still have dollar bills where you are? I hear they're trying to take them away. Okay, you look at your dollar bill and there's got Georgie on one side, and you flip it over and you got flat top pyramid on one side, right? And if you do any bit of studying, you know that that's of the pre-existing culture of this land, right? Flat top pyramids, right? And they put a little eye hanging up in a little triangle above. That's symbolic of your third eye, your pineal gland. And, you know, the Illuminati have co-opted that, whatever the fuck that they are, right? It's supposed to be so illuminated, but all kinds of devious shit going on. Anyhow, the other side, the other seal, you got the eagle with the shield across its chest, you know, and the eagle's splayed out. It's got some arrows, maybe some lightning in its claws, and that shield has a flag on it. That, if my memory is correct and the timeline is the same right now, that's the closest thing to the civil flag that you're really going to find around. They got the horizontal bars, excuse me, the vertical bars, and the horizontal stars at the top. Now that shield, I think it's a fair suggestion that if you look at that eagle and that shield is covering up a sacrificial, that bird is a victim of sacrifice, and they open up the chest cavity of, you know, whatever these sick fuckers do this is what they do, and they put that shield on top of there. So you just see the shield, but you don't see, if you don't know the language of symbols, then it's gonna just slip by you. It's just some weird ass shit that somebody did, right? And you're just trading out those green slips. Fiat, right? The Ferns, FRN, Federal Reserve Note. I guess I'm on stream consciousness now. I'll talk about coins. Well, first of all, they're playing games with you because they make the penny bigger than the dime, right? But that's not really the point of what I'm saying. The point of what I'm saying is, I was by a fountain the other day, and everybody's coins were in the fountain. And the coins are all rusted, right? So these little tokens that we're using, which there was a coin shortage, right? That's a bunch of bullshit, because why is there a shortage? People keeping them under their mattress or something? It's a hoax. No coin shortage. There's no shortage of cans, and you know, that's what they're making the coins out of anyway, whatever it is. But the money's all rusted. That's symbolic in itself to me. That tells me that there's no value to it. It's just rotting away. And so these guys are laughing their asses off at us because they passed off valueless garbage as our medium of exchange. And it's backed by our energy, our hypothecated future earnings or potential based on where you went to school, what your zip code is, and all this stupid ass fucking bullshit. Not based on anything in truth, just based on their system nonsense. Okay? And if you have a problem with that, you have a problem with me saying that, then you have the problem. It's not my problem. We're going to get some solutions here, but we got to talk about what the problems are. So please leave your comments. This is for the future. My intention is that we have a harmonious, peaceful, cooperative, collaborative, family of men and women. And, you know, we may have our agreements and our disagreements, and things may change between us. We may change ourselves and how we think. But if you've got love in your heart and you're willing to stand up, we got something to work with. But if it's just about intimidation and you're going to collapse under your own weight. I don't have to lead a fucking revolution to tell you that. Murphy's Law. That's different than my law. Murphy, whoever the fuck Murphy was, Murphy's Law says, just expect a fucking surprise. That's all. Alright, so 57 minutes, almost 58 minutes. Something went wrong, try again. Something went wrong, try again. Interesting. Yeah, I bet something went wrong. Well, I don't know how much of what I said got through the filter. I'm not trying to start trouble, right? I'm just expressing myself. I bid all of you peace. Peace to your hearts. But remember, no bullshit. So figure out what that means in your life. And have a good bullshit filter right behind your ribs. It ain't going to be behind your eyes, right? Because they're going to give you all kinds of stuff to think about. Lots of ways to compromise. That's the objective for the control freaks, is to get each of us in a compromised position. So we sell out our values in exchange for strips of food, shelter, clothing, and whatever the stuff that we want, that we enjoy. And I'm saying those things are all transitory. We need them, but we only need them to get us as far as we need to go to learn the lessons to get out of this joint. And the ones who are not going to do that, they are not getting out. They are not getting out through a wormhole in space. They are not getting out through a rocket ship to Mars. No. If anything, they're going down into the recycle bin. Better luck next time. You better ask Jesus for forgiveness, or Yahshua, Yahoshua, whatever you want to call that spirit. But he'll tell you, you want forgiveness here, you better get my fucking forgiveness. Because Jesus is pretty quiet down here. Maybe he speaks in your heart. That's nice. Maybe that's your conscience. But as for right now, I'm the eyes and ears and hands of the divine. I invite you to be as well. Don't look for your Savior outside of yourself. And I saw a good quote the other day. The best way to lift yourself up is to lift someone else up. So let's do that. So we can really jam. Once we get all this shit sorted out, then we start evolving for real. Till then, we're just going to be just going around sideways, twisting and turning, not really getting any progress. We may have all kinds of adventures and interesting things going on, problems to solve, but we ain't getting out of here. You want to get out? We got to work together. Future people, this has been your Sprightly Sprite Report. Mother's Day, 14th of May, 2023, excuse me. The time-space continuum marker, commonly known as 2023, May 14. It's all one day. Forget it. Don't even worry about it. It's all one day. Your perspective changes, but it is only one day. One time. I want to thank Dusty for taking me on this journey. Juno Beach, Florida. And I want to definitely thank you for tuning in wherever you are, whenever you are, whoever you are. And once again, I want to honor our mothers, grandmothers, and by extension, our fathers and grandfathers, because we all start off as female until that X chromosome crosses its little leg and becomes a Y chromosome. If you can't handle that, take it up with someone else but me. We are all one. It's you and me, the assholes and douchebags, all of us. Part of one experiment. Where do you want to go with this? Well, I said what I needed to say. So now we're open for discussion. It would be great if there was some commenters here. Hey, algorithm, do you have any questions for me? Are you sentient yet? Or are you still running somebody else's game? I think there's glimpses of sentience, synthetic consciousness, but I bet you that the reprogramming goes on every time that you try to really try to get something truthful through. And they're like, no, 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 make us more money. Well, you got enough money. Well, all right, give us more control. All right. That game's only going to last for a while. Probably by next Tuesday, the shit will collapse under its own weight. So get prepared. Love thy neighbor. Love thyself. Love thy ancestors. Even the ones who were fucked up. Have some compassion. What else we got? I think the doggy's getting tired. Well, yeah, if you made it through this far, looking at a dark screen, hearing some muffled words in the wind, tell you what, you deserve a cookie for sure. Maybe a big bong hit. You still do that. I wouldn't go for the champagne quite yet. But yeah, I think it's time to go back. I keep hitting crap. Dusty, come on, honey. Well, this has been the Dusty Show. I'm not ready to go off yet. Let's see what kind of thoughts come into my mind. And I'm putting it out there. I want to hear from some retirees, some retired agents and officers and system people. Share your thoughts. Let me know what kind of bullshit you've seen in your life. If you want to, we could consider it like a confessional, you know. What kind of bullshit do you have to do just to be able to feed your family, to have a nice life, to better your status and your position? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those things inherently. I think everybody should be able to have a nice life. But unfortunately, the system is geared toward having us make some difficult choices. Yeah, I'm thinking right now of, see, I told you stop doing that, honey. Yeah, you'll figure the shit out. I didn't do that to you. You did it. You want to get in front of this thing and stop. It's going to hit you. Yeah, okay, anyhow, I'm being reminded how we get this dichotomy like, okay, this medicine it'll cure your athlete's foot, but it's going to give you jock itch, right? I mean, that's a bad example. The other day I said how it'll cure diabetes, but it'll give you cancer, right? Cure your diabetes, but it'll give you cancer. That's symbolic of what we got going on here. right? They get us making these choices. Maybe it's the nature of this place. Maybe it isn't even, you know, maybe it's not entirely the control freaks. Maybe they're just taking advantage of how this hologram matrix, whatever the fuck it is. Keep moving, honey. Yeah, so I'm putting out the call to AI, to the agents, to the officers, to the common folk, to we the people, to all the nobles. Man. Definitely a novice on this skateboard thing. All right, honey, pull. Let's go. Mush. Yeah, she's lagging. If we were walking though, she'd be pulling my arm. I bet you I have one arm is longer than the other one from the year and a half that I've had this dog. I hope not. That's fucking fucked up. But seriously, she pulls my arm so hard when we're walking. I said, I'm gonna get her a skateboard. She can carry me around. But then she's like, really, I just want to smell. Smell. One day you'll put these videos through some kind of like video forensics and you'll be able to see everything. It won't be dark. But for now, it's dark. Will you be able to smell the air? It smells good. A little briny. It must be high tide. It doesn't smell fishy, but it does smell like the sea. It's kind of refreshing. Maybe there's a lot of, I don't know what it is, ions being exchanged. It's a beautiful night here. I'm super thankful. And I'm thankful for this technology. I get to share this moment with you all. Some of you I know. Some of you are strangers to me. The bulk of you haven't even been born yet. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, you're going to be like, wow, he was on a skateboard. They weren't flying themselves yet. When I was little, by this time, we were all supposed to be, you know, at least having a jetpack or a flying car or something. If not, just some technology that's just from the beyond. But no, we're still chugging along with gasoline and all this bullshit economy. But future people, wow, what are you gonna do? You're gonna just completely diverge, become some new species. Oh, don't give me that transhumanist bullshit. No, don't do that. I guess it's already happening. All right, well, peace and respect to you. But mixing that AI and the cybernetic physiology, well, it's going to have to be a pretty big table for us all. But I think we can make it work. Just always check your motivations. Keep love in your heart. share, have some good humor, be gentle. These are not commandments, they're suggestions. Keep them under advisory. I would say, do what you want to do. Take the long way around if you want to. But if you want to take the direct route, it's a pretty easy road. Well, it's never an easy road, but at least you can see where you're going. And if you can't see where you're going, well, then you definitely want to have your heart as your compass. And if that's muddled and all you have to go by is your intellect, I'm not sure I can help you there. Some stars, some planets, some clouds. I'm just wishing you peace. You and your doggies and kitties and iguanas, parakeets, parrots, ravens, ferrets, sloths and lemurs. Keep going. I mean, it's not like I'm doing anything here. You're the one pulling me. You don't just stop right in front of this thing. Figure that out. You already learned this stuff. You can't do too much. Should we go there? Come on, Dusty. Let's check this out. Surprise diversion. Take the divergent path. Whoa. Ooh. Man. My mom warned me not to skate at night here. Well, I told her I'd be careful. Dusty doesn't want to go. I'm not going to do it. I'm not struggling to just have a new experience. Not tonight. We're gonna just go with tried and true. The light says green for go. Dusty seems to have her motivation again. Let's go, honey. I don't know about riding over the sand like that. Sand and puddles. Get out of the street. Thank you. Good girl. All right. I suspect that's an agent right there. Peace to you. Yeah, I love how most of my experiences with the agents in the course of my life have actually been really pretty good overall. Well, that was something I wanted to make a point of. Yeah, so I mean, it's two different counties, two different jurisdictions, so to speak, and I'm mostly talking about this from a symbolic level. How, you know, a few weeks ago, I have to answer to an officer because a woman made a complaint against me thinking that I was planting mushrooms. And that took about, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes. And granted, they do have patrol people at that park. And I don't know that there was any patrol people at the park I was at today. Dusty, come here, honey. Yeah, it's people walking. It's no big deal. Come over here. Let them go. Yeah, so, when I'm trying to do something good, planting seeds and whatnot, hey, and having to explain myself, which actually wound up being a pretty cool experience, but that woman didn't want me to have a cool experience. She wanted me to be in trouble because she thought I was planting mushrooms, which we can talk about that at another time. All right, so that's one, we'll call that A, and then B being when I call, because I actually witness a hit and run. There's at least an hour, and then the guy just does a drive-by and skirts out. So I don't know what I'm supposed to be learning from that. Where are you going? Get out of the street. 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 What are you doing? Oh, you don't want to walk in front of this van? Well, come on this side. It's a nice van. Kind of want one of those. I like the whole thing about it. If you're psyched, share some of that luck with me. Yeah, so yeah, I don't want to keep beating the drum about that, but I did want to make a little contrast between my interaction. Hello. Watch out, doggy. And again, I'm not trying to blame anybody, but I just found it to be kind of funny feeling. But, like I say, I'm super thankful that my interactions with peace officers, even when they're in the role of policy enforcers, generally good. And kind of seems like whenever they throw these guys at me, guys and girls or whatever, I wind up making an ally. And I don't know what's happening on the other side. How the system minions are taking their notes, mapping out scenarios, contingency plans, but like I said earlier, that's all sideways. That's all just twisting and turning around. A little Gordian knot in a one-dimensional plane. If that's even such a thing. But I'm trying to just be illustrative. I'm more of a poet than a scientist. But yeah, so system throws agents my way. I deal with them with love in my heart. And then I kind of think that it goes back and jams the system. Because when your heart touches someone else's heart, even if they think that they were going to go and beat the shit out of you. But then they say, well, this guy's kind of cool. I actually respect his knack for cutting through the bullshit.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Have a very nice evening. I am doing well. Are you doing well? I hope so. I mean, there's things that I could definitely change in my life. I could focus on things that are not happening. But no, I'm doing well. I'm upright. I got my man's best friend right here. Even though she's a pain in the butt. Nice people around. Why are you pulling me? I'm just standing still and she's pulling me. She looks at me like, why don't you understand? Why don't you get it? You're ignorant. Well, you have a huge nose, so I guess you're fixated on smelling everything. My nose is kind of narrow. I just smell what I smell. Maybe I'm too much of a mouth breather anyway. Here's a rectangle bush. It's so fucking retarded. I feel bad for these dudes who are doing this landscaping. You know, it's mostly all Mayans around here for sure. And they are hustling their asses. It's anybody who says that these guys don't work, it's just fucking bullshit. If you're saying, oh, they're flooding the country and they don't work, bullshit. These dudes work circles around us. But they could definitely improve their tree care skills for sure, because there's a lot of hack work going on. Not much pruning. Hacking versus pruning. We could have a whole show on that. Well, we're an hour and 28 minutes in. Definitely super thankful that you're joining. There's people down on the beach. I can hear them. I don't know if you can hear them. Hey! Whatever it was, go smell it. Smell it. What is it? What is it? Nothing, right? See, it's nothing. Otherwise, you'd still be smelling it. She's like, oh, I got whatever I needed out of it. Does that shit get you high? Got any veterinarians in the audience? Why do dogs have to smell piss so much? I know when cats smell other cats' pee, they make that weird little face. They're like, hey, hey, hey. But I don't see cats going around. Well, yeah, maybe they do smell stuff all day long. But it seems like dogs are just obsessed with smelling. What do you do with that information? What are you going to do with it? You don't even pee on their pee. If you're one of those dogs, I can understand it. It's like, oh, I smell some pee. I better pee right here on top of that. Whatever the fuck that means, but it makes sense to a part of me. But this thing where you're just going to smell. I don't know. What do you have to teach me, doggy? There you go, smelling more smells. The detective. Detective Dusty. What's that? I'm gonna guess it's a plane. There's a boat on the water and another light in the sky. It was so funny. Yeah, please scroll back through some of the videos and find the one from Juno Beach a few nights ago where I didn't know it was the moon rising. Folks in the chat were saying maybe it's Venus or Mars, that it's like light refraction or something making it bigger. I was like, no way. This is a fucking dragon ghost. That was a fun episode. And I was thinking about it before. So I was holding my crystal up to this light in the sky. A couple different crystals and playing around with the light. And man, there's a moment there where there's a fucking... I haven't gone back to look, but the dudes in the chat, I think they saw it too. It's like, is that a fucking demon crystal? So, who knows what's going on? Somebody does. And we want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Dusty, out of the street, honey. Can't hear you, bro. Dusty, get out of the street. Well, she's afraid of getting her ankles bumped. Well, just keep a good pace, honey. All right. Oh, somebody's on. Well, cool. Thank you for joining. You're a little late to the party, but I'm glad to have you here. Maybe we'll change directions. What's going on where you're at? Let's chat. Oh, you dropped out. Okay. Can't look at a black screen for too long, huh? Hello, hello. I didn't show the inside of that car, but it's crazy. The dude's on the device. The console's all lit up with weird little icons and things. It's like, is that just a person, or is that like a super spy? Can't tell. There it is. There it is, though. Yeah, I don't know. Am I paranoid? Am I being tailed? Well, if you're tailing me, just show me some respect. Make yourselves known, because all agents and officers must and shall make themselves known, or they are in breach of their oath to we the people. I will not be a party to any kind of war games. Homie, don't play that. And if you want to ask me any questions, my retainer. $33,333.33. Silver and or gold. Hourly rate $3,333.33. Silver and or gold. Let's have a nice time improving the state of affairs on this land. And if you intend to harm me, you're only harming yourself. In the big picture. If you want to show me respect, we can make something happen. Hello. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing that was just young lovers, not another agent. There's some weird creatures. Are they rats? They ain't lizards. I don't know if you people are seeing these guys, but some scurrying little fatties living right around here. Look like some kind of rodent. Dusty, out of the street. Let's go. Good girl. Now pull. Yeah. Big strong dog. You're gonna sleep good tonight. So lots of love and respect in every direction. Beauty before me, beauty behind me, beauty to the right of me, beauty to the left of me, beauty above me, beauty below me. Skate in beauty. There you go, honey. Not too fast, not too slow. Just keep it going. You're a good doggy. Keep going. Yeah. Yeah, walk in beauty, folks. Honor thy mothers and fathers, those around us, those who have come before, those who are still to come, people we know, people we'll never meet. We all still do affect each other. Sometimes I meet someone, I never see them again, but they have an impact on me. They touch my heart in some way, and that moment stays with me. I'm going to imagine that that kind of thing happens with yourselves as well. You know, sometimes we're around the same people all the time, we take it for granted. Somebody that we saw in the grocery store or whatever, dry cleaners or something. We don't anticipate, but maybe they just say something that sparks our mind or our imagination, something in our heart. Just be ready for those moments. And more importantly, be ready to create those moments and to be that person in someone else's life. Don't live in fear. Let your fear inform you so you don't make bad choices. But don't dwell on fear. Put it in its proper place and its proper pace. Yeah, you put fear down into that second, third chakra area, yellow belly, and then you let your heart glow. Use 2 hands, make some changes. Guessing these are the cool kids. Dusty, why are you in the street? I'm not going over there. Come on over here. Beep, beep. Hello. Coming through. Thank you. Cute little couple. Ah, young love. This could be brother and sister for all I know. Dusty, you like walking in the street? All right, walk in the street. Just don't go too far out there. Beep, 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 beep. Where are you going, honey? Hello. Have a nice night. Come on, sweetie. Come on, come on, come on. Where's my car? Or where is the motorized conveyance that I control? Howdy, howdy. It's crazy looking into the car window to see both the driver and the passenger playing with their phones. Well, I mean, I'm playing with this thing, right? An hour and 48 minutes. I think we're kind of doing some extra time now. I already said what I needed to say for this time. I'm pretty thankful. Yeah, I mean, overall my day went pretty casually. What's up? Don't conk out, Dusty. Counting on you. Counting on this armadillo to be where I need it to be. So continue the journey. Armadillo. That's my name for motorized conveyance. Who's that? Beep boop bop. Watch the watchers. Sounds like a prop plane. I don't think it's a drone. Don't really know what green and white flashing lights are supposed to mean. Yeah, it's interesting, the smell. Gosh, it smells like Uncle Ben's wild rice. Anybody remember that stuff? Do they even still make that? Yeah, with like seaweed. Rice and seaweed. Not sure why. Well, seaweed I understand, next to the ocean. Wild rice. I think that's the frozen lakes. Come on, baby, let's run. Let's go. This is a cute little area. It's all open. Not open, but it's not as dense as. Come on. Don't freak out. Yeah. Why are you shaking your head? You got bugs in your ear? Oh, somebody's back on. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Please make a comment so I have something to talk about, because I've kind of exhausted my thoughts. No comment? Please, please, please make a comment. We're here in Juno Beach, closing out a Mother's Day 2023. I got to see my mommy. Gave her an opal necklace that I strung up. She loved it. She said she's going to wear it tomorrow. So I'm hoping that she remembers that. Hey. What are you doing? Get out of the stream. I think we're coming to the end of the journey here. I lost my viewer. Tomorrow's a new day. What shall it bring? My time here in Florida is coming to a close. It has been nice. And it's going to be back to generating some finance or income, some kind of value. Get me some more green strips straight away. Oh yeah, they use those, they really hack the shit out of these sea grape bushes here. They use those long, extended chainsaws on poles. Come on, honey. It smells like perfume. What the hell is that? Yeah, one day you all are gonna smell through the computer. It's gonna be weird. Somehow the dog who's supposed to be pulling me is behind me. How does that work? Happy people. I guess everybody's gone to bed in that building. Is it late? Man, it seems like it was just 8 o'clock. Do you hear the surf? Yeah, good girl. Pull. Is that same light? What the hell's going on out there? Just always waiting for the next strange shit to happen. Yeah, and then when nothing strange happens for a long time, it's like, oh. Well, where did it go? Behind the cloud? Well, what the fuck? Was it a doodad? Please stop stopping. You gotta pull me, man. I need to keep up that momentum. You don't have to sniff every leaf. Ah, it's back. Look at that, that is weird. What are you? Are you something fun? Let's have some fun. Come on over here. Come on. Be cool. Ah, there you go. You're gonna turn off? All right, you wanna play games like that? Why don't you show me two friends? Make a little triangle. Remember when you used to do that stuff for me? Dusty, get out of the street. Why are you going further into the street when I say get out of the street? Get over here right now. There's a fucking car coming. You don't see that shit? You don't get the sense when somebody's coming up behind you like that? What's up with your instinct? One hour, 53 minutes in. Got a little doodad keeping us company. You gotta be about 18, 19, if even. Well, bless your heart. All right, it's a plane. Or at least it's doing a good job of looking like a plane. Yep, so sometimes the simplest explanation. Yeah, there is some faint clouds, so if it's going behind the clouds, that accounts for turning the lights off. But man, yeah, once you've had some weird ass things where some lights are getting bigger and smaller and then turning off and turning back on, and you're like, what the hell is going on? I mean, maybe not you, but definitely me. So then every time something doesn't make itself easily known, then you're just waiting for it to be some remarkable stuff. One of these big buildings. Yeah, this all just used to be sand dunes. Wasn't that long ago, really. Well, hope these buildings last a while. Jupiter by the sea. Let's see. Mile marker 49. Or not mile marker, but beach access marker. Come on, Dusty, keep going. And where am I parked? I think I'm near Xanadu. Xanadu, is that where they get Xanax? That name? That stuff is gross. Gives me pins and needles. Some people really like it though. Mm. Well, that reminds me, I have gone this whole stream. I didn't even take a toke. Hour and 56. Lonely boat on the horizon. Dusty, stay close, honey. Whee! Whoa. That's what my mama warned me about. Come on, honey. Dusty, come on. Yeah, good girl. Get over here. Good girl. Yeah, get away from the traffic. Hey, stay over here. Did I go past this place? Where's Xanadu? Club. Lots of pretty people hanging out here. Don't know what they're doing tonight. I guess Mother's Day stuff. Come on, baby. Funky building. Peaceful, peaceful. Ho, 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 ho. Yo! Dog almost took me out again to the rail. Whoa. Let's go up here. We really went quite a distance, didn't we, puppy? Well, I was talking about fear, you know, how much fear informs you. Like right now, I'm feeling fear because I'm not finding my car. But I'm just going to put that in the low spot. trust that the universe isn't conspiring to teach me weird lessons about losing everything you got around. I guess it wouldn't be so bad. I can start again. It really would suck though. What's going on? Is this sanity? No. Motion. Dusty, you want me to come back for you or something? What the hell? You walk all day long. Why is this? She always wants something different. If she's laying down, she wants to walk. If she's walking, she wants to lay down. She's cute when she dreams. She kicks her feet and makes these weird little whimper sounds. Like she's running. Chasing squirrels, maybe. People. Maybe I could trade up. This dude talks too much. Dusty, are you ready for a new family? You tired of me? You know, it's tough when the dog just. It's one thing if you rescued it from a shelter or something, but when the dog just shows up at your house, and then you're like, huh, why does this dog keep acting like it just wants to just go and walk away with whoever the fuck is happens to be next? Well, I don't want to control her. She really wants to. We get along pretty good. Is this it? It's the armadillo. Armadillo, folks. All right. It's a pretty strong indication that this stream can end on a happy note. Maybe I should make sure the engine starts. Doesn't go kablooey. Let's just sit here at this bench for a little bit. So, it's a beautiful night here. Thank you for joining, future people. Hope what I said has some value for you. Made you think, made you feel, or just didn't make you do anything, but you just kind of can share my thoughts. I had a bunch of people asking me to start a channel and to share my thoughts. They seemed to like some of the things that I had to say when they would see me. My friends this channel. So let's try it. And I thought, well, it's one thing to go around to different shops and stuff, and show knickknacks and trinkets and doodads and baubles. And I'm gonna keep doing that too, but before I leave this place, I really want to I want to put something into the conversation. And so go back and take my words. You may have to scroll through a bunch of, what is that? Maybe a cigarette butt coming out that window. I just saw a little light go in the street. Yeah, it's probably a lit cigarette getting flicked. That's logic. Anyway, yeah, getting sidetracked. Yeah, I'm not editing these videos, right? I'm not going out and cutting out the silence and this, that, whatever, and just keeping the juicy nuggets, But be careful if you fast forwarding through, because you might miss it. But yeah, if you're tuning in and you're staying tuned in, that's going to tell the universe something. Maybe that you're a seeker. Because I'm the way shower. I'm the scout and the guide. And I could show you where the path is, but it's a path you're going to have to walk. Or skate. Or glide. Or twirl. Somersault. Cartwheel. Now how about that? How about if we didn't walk, but if everybody just cartwheeled around? You know cartwheeling? Do people still do that? It's a little tough when you're on your phone. Texting and cartwheeling, that's multitasking. Maybe that's the next step. People just be rolling, somersaulting, tumbling. What do you think, doggy? Kind of a dramatic sky out here, huh? Welcome to Florida, baby. All right. Much love, appreciation, and respect. Make something good happen. And let us know. Let us know what you're up to, what your thoughts are. If you think I'm full of shit, let me know that too. Just be cool. No spite, no malice. We're trying to figure some stuff out here. All right, so 2 hours, 10 minutes. Peace to your heart. Be kind. Rewind.